time for Dave 101.
All right. So the other day, I actually took part in a television documentary that will be aired here in Canada, where three lovely ladies are taking on the Gold Rush Trail and telling the stories of the gold rush through the eyes and ears and potentially the mouths of the ghosts. Very cool indeed. Very, very interesting topic. And I love what they are doing. But watching the professionalism of the camera people, the directors, the producers that were all there, it was something that I really hadn't seen before. Look, I don't get a lot of offers for television because I do have a face for radio and some would say a voice for print. But nonetheless, they wanted me to be a part of this because of the ghost tour that I ran over at one of the museums that they were focusing on for their production. It was cool to watch. The cameras being set up, the lighting being set up, all of the gear, televisions, equipment, all the wiring that needed to be put down and laid down. Honestly, I felt like it was exciting and I enjoyed it. Not that I want a career in television or have my own television show, but it got my old brain moving. It got the gray noodle thinking, this is interesting. This is kind of cool. This is something that needs some imagination. So, I have never been a fan of paranormal TV. Now, back when it first started in the early 2000s, I was all about the hype. Sure, I watched Ghost Hunters. I watched UFO Hunters. I watched Paranormal State when A&E was big on the topics. And I had a lot of fun watching those. I didn't know that there was this whole realm of paranormal investigators that were doing this. It was an eye-opener. I didn't even do this show at that time. It really, really convinced me that this is actually kind of cool and something that maybe I could do, just like many of you. But here's what happened. When I started getting involved in this field, the lack of imagination and the lack of accountability for answers really, really grated on me. It really made me feel that there is no imagination regarding where we are. It's the same people with different show titles. Some of them have split off onto their own, but they investigate the same damn places every bloody time. This is why you hear me say, I am sick of Waverly Hills. I am sick of Alcatraz. I am sick of Route 66. I am sick of Area 51. No, not really. I do want to go there. But I am sick of all the same places being investigated by all the same people, just under different show title names. Look, this is why I don't watch a lot of documentaries that come out. Because it's the same damn people giving the same damn message under a different damn title. How are we supposed to learn anything when all it is the same bread and butter with a different kind of wrapper around it? We're not learning anything. But one thing we need to understand is the same names are always used because the public likes them. The public scores them high, which means that a director or a producer of a television show or series or documentary doesn't want new ideas from new people, because what if those people don't make it for, how would you put it, their ratings, their audience members who get tested on the show saying, what do you think of this person? What do you think of that person? What do you think of that guy? What do you think of that girl? Maybe they don't come through very well on camera. Yes, that is why we see the exact same thing each and every day. That is why you see more people turning to YouTube, Twitch, BitChute, and other video gathering areas, because we want different. And look, the one thing about television that we do know is the same sells. This is why you see zero imagination in any ghost hunting show on television. Did you hear that? The music's playing in the background. No, the hell I didn't. I can't hear a thing because the background noise really, really took away that wood knock, took away that whoop, took away that bang on the door. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh, I am sick of it. Where are these producers, these television networks, or whomever, these talent agents? Where are they when it comes to creating quality product? Seriously. There are so many stories out there, and I'm not talking the ones that use D and E League celebrities to come out of the woodworks, where since they haven't got a job since 1980s television sitcoms, where all of a sudden they're ghost hunters, they're cryptid hunters, they're UFO hunters. We don't need that. We don't need Rob Lowe's opinion from back in the day. We don't need Jack Osborne of today. What we need is people who are looking for true answers to the stories. Look, the reason why these paranormal shows never solve anything is because they're not looking for anything. They remind me of weekend ghost hunters who are just weekend warriors looking for their weekend thrill. There are brilliant people out there who have knowledge of what is going on. There are towns out there, cities out there, hamlets out there that have their own secrets of stories that'll never be told because some producer, some television know-it-all knows better. Look, I want to see stories from small town Washington State in the mountains that literally have tons of Sasquatch stories. I want to go into the small towns of the northern peninsula of Michigan to learn about Dogman. I want to go into the province of Quebec to some small town way in the north, in the Arctic tundra, to learn about the Wendigo sightings. I want to go to northern British Columbia and find out about those pterodactyls that they call ropin, that may be taking people as food. As grotesque as it sounds, every small town, every wayward village has secrets. And as those small towns start to die off, because people today want to conglomerate and congest the big cities and the suburbs, those stories can be lost. Where we, in the paranormal and supernatural field, we have the ability to bring those stories back, to bring those stories into the public eye. And a lot of these towns, they rely on those legends, on those lore for tourism dollars. Look, you take Point Pleasant, West Virginia as the perfect example. They are still 50 years after the fact relying and making millions of tourism dollars annually on the Mothman. Look at the tourism around Mount Shasta. All of those legends around Mount Shasta. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people congregate at Mount Shasta every year because they want to see if the Lemurians come out of the mountain. They want to see a crystal skull. They want to see UFOs use the volcano as a fuel stop. And I bet they are getting more and better mileage, than $6 per gallon or $2.23 a liter. It's horrific. No, but there isn't enough imagination going on. There isn't enough storytelling going on. There isn't enough mysteries being challenged or answers being sought on paranormal television. I can break down every paranormal television show here in the next 30 seconds. We go to a location. We have to find the hot spots. We set up our gear. We send in a team. Team A, you go to the left. Team B, you go to the right. And Team C, you stay here so you don't contaminate anything. And in 1 hour, we're going to rotate. Then after the 4 hours of shooting, or 10 hours of shooting, or 3 days of shooting, we all culminate together, stand in a semicircle so we could see each other, and say, wow, we didn't get much evidence here, or wow, we got some evidence there. And then we sit at a table, look at the evidence. Hey, John, I got something. What'd you get? No, that's a fly. No, that's a butterfly. No, that's a cricket. No, that's the sound guy farting. Yeah. What are they solving? Shouldn't we be using this invaluable television time that people are watching and paying attention to, because paranormal television is some of the highest rated television around? Shouldn't we be actually looking for answers? Give me something. As Poison sang, give me something to believe in. But no, what's old still works today. Sorry, I want answers. You want answers. We all want answers. Even the ghosts and aliens and cryptids themselves want answers. But we are not giving them to the public. No, we're about entertainment purposes. I love it when these ghost hunters go to these locations that every other one has gone to, using the same camera angles, the same everything. Boring. It's boring. And it sucks. What I want to see is some imagination. I want to see some results. I want to see real people being on television going after some of these incredible experiences. They're out there. The stories are right there within the grasps of our hands. All we need to do is find the right people, the new faces, the new voices who are actually searching for answers, to actually get a television crew to say, you know what? You got something here, and we're going to take a chance on it. And hopefully, for some of us, that's right around the corner, because right now, anything you see on TV, and there are channels dedicated to the paranormal, are unwatchable. Let me know what you think. If you're on YouTube, comment down below. We'd like to see your comment. And I'm curious, do you agree? Do you disagree? Well, it's up to you. That's your Dave 101.